On our side, as the minority, we are going through some turbulence. We came in with 88 members, but the majority side will not let us have peace. So now we are back to mighty 87. Afenyo Markin say, on the side minority ne de enkoyi na omo ba no mkuta 88 ena ntina na first na o kemu sakraman. Sesi ani akwa akutia ba no 88 this what aba 87. Nanso nyame wo ho. Yeah, there you go. MPP for the omajimi o. MPP as a political party, they are very foolish. And anytime I say they are foolish, I am not enyame because every single day they prove to you say they are foolish. There is a political party of more 87 MPs, 87. Their party as a political party, the leadership of more parliament, parliamentarians in Pongunyansa say, Sankofo no mudi omonim in power, and no more parliament, no. Omo no mudi omonim di omo ba opposition in parliament. They are still keeping Afenyo Markin, and they expect to say Afenyo Markin will lead them to come and get 190 votes, MPs. And we GB. Any serious party, Afenyo Markin, any sa APJ mun come pamu omo for leadership. Long time, because Afenyo. So all kind the terminal report and as the track record and the politics more on any the only majority leader or to me the party free opposition omuluzi seats from 137 to 87. Afenyo Markin, that is his political record. He cannot run away from it. He is the first majority leader or to be leading a whole majority side from 137 to 87. Now more MPP must stand that way. In Ghana politics, no, it will always remember Afenyo Markin as the worst leader in parliament. Okay, the worst parliamentary leader on the side of the NPP. It is a MPP for Niminyansa. And Kasaji Mijiwe komo yine flip enimu hoda data. They would have put a new face. Let me tell you, when the NDC wanted power, it was a very difficult pill to swallow. At a point, they had to do something. Not because Haruna Idrisu is not a good leader. Not because Muntaka is not good. Not because the NDC didn't know what they were doing. It was because they needed the NDC to have a new face in parliament. A new face that will symbolize something. A new face that will send a message to the people of Ghana. A new face that will show preparedness. It does not mean to say, time NDC for Haruna Idrisu, Haruna Idrisu is bad. Haruna Idrisu is corrupt. No, it is strategic. Sometimes, when a team is bad, you don't necessarily have to sit there and say, where they also bow. Strategically, you are like, you're a good player, but sit on the bench. Afenyo Markin is a bad communicator. Afenyo Markin brought this party from 137 to 87. Madam Nefrona Piejena, the two of Fujineno. Or no, or parliament, and na opere a japadiamo move. The leadership of the NPP, Sankomini Munyansa, and the daily lost power because the honest truth is, NPP for AE or say chairman sir, the Afenyo Markin measure. What was the reason? The reason was that Oseme chairman sir, he wasn't going to, he wasn't going to sustain the numbers. In Tomuka say, you're 137, we want to get more seats. In Tianya Day, yen change or say chairman Sanyamfa Wimra. It is a chairman or say chairman Sabons, most of our born with Jimmy. Namakofa Kwawaba say, you don't want the hung parliament. You want to add more numbers to your numbers in parliament. Now your re-election numbers about 87. Why are you still keeping this joker? Why are you still keeping this joker in parliament? Say he is your leader. He lacks no sense. He cannot communicate. He can't dialogue. He's full of himself, very selfish, an individual who does not take anybody's advice. He makes mistakes and sit in the mistakes, shit in the mistakes, sit in the mistakes, and still think he's intelligent. This is a guy who brings nothing to the table. He being at the front of the NPP does not attract right-thinking, honest, neutral people. No. Because this guy's track record is terrible. And yeah, Afenyo Markin CJ Tokonu was Supreme Court over in 24 hours. Tokonu sided with him. These are some of the things he did. Ghana for were like, you are stupid. You cannot take our judiciary for granted. Into the NPP losing elections, the NPP going out of power, this guy, the little month now or spending as the majority leader in parliament, and then they say party to cry. The party wasn't attractive because Akwawe's actions and utterances, and the gestures and trying to use the courts to overtake the power of the legislature, it made Ghanaians understand that this guy is not the right guy to lead that party. You can see clearly that this guy is just daft. He feels he knows everything, arrogant. Even in opposition, he was still isolating seats. A very selfish leader. He believes to say there are some group of people in the party he has to align himself with. This is a guy who is the lawyer of Kennedy Japan and also a financier of Baumia. How can he lead the party? This guy cannot lead a political party to win power. Into 87, it is going to drop. Now, the honest truth is, Moko Akwetiano, a dear impact pa na Afenyo Markin as the leader of the minority made when he went there. What impact did he make? Kwasi Ampenyi sa kwa kotiti obi party posters. He's not ripe to lead. He's a backbencher who has to be screaming and making noise. They be and say, shut up. This guy cannot compose himself and lead. This is a guy who slapped a police officer in uniform. He actually punched a police officer in uniform. This guy is not law abiding. This guy has done everything. What makes this guy a leader? A dear example now, we Setiama Ghana. He slapped a policeman who's supposed to protect him as a lawmaker. This guy. We sit in that country and we allow fools to lead fools. And it's an MPP na say. As much as I don't like Oseche Mensa Bonsu, Nyansa Edasa Ajimini ni team no, Akwa we been done team. As much as Oseche Mensa, I don't like him. Or a tribal bigot, another very selfish individual. No, Nyan said that it's my idea politics. No, so Jimmy Afenyo, it been done the team, and Afenyo cannot maneuver his way. You think Afenyo Markin can convince anybody on the other side to do his bidding? The only thing he can do is to say, "I'll give you money," and when that fails, that's all. When it fails, that's all. So why should a political party that is trying to find itself, that is trying to rebrand itself, that is trying to tell the people that we are not who we used to be, we are a different breed, our face needs to change, why should that political party still have such a callous, arrogant individual leading them in parliament? The party is still the same. Nothing has changed about the NPP in parliament. The face of the party is terrible. Inti Nyansenibia or Ghana Biano will never sit and say, I want Afenyo Markin and give his colleagues power. No, nobody will do that. We're Jimmy Bruta, and these are people we're sitting in Ghana. Now Obia Oya lawmaker, watching and sa Ediabo police in the Kwasiawe Mimimbuno. He's a fool. He's a fool because watching and Sabo police in Yasum. Me yes adiero. So Afenyo Markin is a fool who is not supposed to be in parliament. He can take me to any court. A fool like this stretched his hand to hit a law officer, a police officer in uniform. Or bonasum. Kwasia we say or to parliament or yemra. A Kurobian called the jail. A Kurobia ye serious and Kwasia we called the jail. Yeni so some Kwasia Sam so the CID boss not to or sorry, why no nice girl and Kwasia Sam not so. This guy is supposed to be standing trial. And the last time I told you the CID boss, as much as I respect you, this fool needs to stand trial. Because if you fail to put this guy before court, then it defeats the purpose of the Ghana Police Service. Say, an institution that is independent and an institution that we can respect, say, protect Ghana for. If the CID boss, you are not able to prosecute this guy, put him before court, then you sitting there, you don't need to sit there. You need to walk out and go sit home. Because the Embra is not supposed to be selective. The law is supposed to apply irrespective of which fool is standing before him. or her. So the law is not selective. In Kwasi way, he actually slapped a police officer. So what are you doing? And this guy needs to face the law. We are not playing again. Oh. We are not fooling again. Oh. When adults fool, we will tell them in their face they are fooling. So CID boss, with all due respect, do not entertain this foolishness. I respect you a lot. I've given you that room, and you told us that investigations are ongoing. We want to know what has happened to that investigations. A lawmaker breaking the law. A lawmaker punching a police officer in the face. A lawmaker in parliament who is leading a group of lawmakers punches a police officer and nothing is happening. Under John Mahama, under Yohonu, under CID boss. What kind of country are we running? And then here to us, what is going on? If I get the opportunity to meet the president, I'll say, Mr. President, you cannot have a lawmaker punch a police officer and tell me you think about the police. Prove to me that you think about the police. The CID boss needs to take this over. He needs to be prosecuted. We need to get to the bottom of this. You cannot tell me you are fighting corruption. Mr. President, you cannot tell me you want to retool the police. You want to help the Ghana Police Service. You want to make the state agency strong. And then a lawmaker punches a police officer and we sit in Ghana and we are speaking grammar. This guy needs to face the law.
UT Maululu Farms. Omuwo Ghana. Ejumakun. Honorable Atoforcing constituency. Ye finance minister. Ni constituency. Also upeko suyam kwa dia. Akra baby ya friend na gusu no. Odebe fie pe. Na mo botma wo around central region so a. Na ba say the brother bebre. Ba bo so ko fa mo so a mo adwuma ko ahiem. Adwuma ko ahiem. Honorable at force constituency. Oh no mo. UT Maululu farm. Also we farm to feed the world. Ope ko suan kwa dia. O man ko no edunduane pa. Enti nkoko no edidi kama. Enti ko so wa akra baby ya bebre. Nya ba ko mienu. Wa wu to akoton wa wo ye choba o so wo kusa no wo de ye choba wa wo chiaton wa wo business no o so wa ka bebi wa de brɛ free as wo central region so dia o so be brɛ wo pay 20 200 300 400 50 crate from awuro na wo focus on brɛ kusa kama ho ni wom ne kokɔ no ne kokɔ no wa ho because o mo nduane pa o ngokɔ no ti from awuro na number ni nie plus 233 24 33 53127. You want money BM plus 233 24 33 53127. Or WhatsApp. Of no so ebeko. From all those people go see our crab and manu location. Okwa say ye January say bra honum. Wo special offer. Okwa say January TV na show no say bra beto go see honum. No kono ho den, go say no ho den. Kama. Na what my den on the property.